I don't know if it's the proper place to tell it, but once I became concerned that I did too much smoking, and so I decided I would quit. First of all, I wanted to see if I could quit, and then I wanted to see how much of my interior life was actually riding on this ocean of cannabis ingestion. So it so happened that the conditions for the experiment were perfect, because I was arriving on a small desert island in the Seychelles group in the Indian Ocean, and had rented a house on this island in order to write a book. So I had this Mombassan bomber weed and a lid of it, and I just rolled it up and nailed it above my kitchen door and decided that I would not smoke until I had finished writing this book. And was relieved to learn that I had enough self-control that this was possible. I mean, I didn't sleep a wink for 8 nights, but I did not resort to breaking my pledge, and I slowly realized it was all right. What it seemed to do was I spent a lot more time reading and had much more interesting dreams, and otherwise it didn't seem to be any big deal. And I wrote this book then, and it took me about 6 weeks, and I promised myself that when the book was finished, I would then allow myself to smoke up this lid of weed before I left this island. So finally I finished, and I was very diligent. I wrote every day at 8 a.m. for till noon. I typed, and then I would take my dogs and explore this island. I had this very set regimen. And finally the book was finished, and I rolled these huge bombers and dragged my lawn chair out under the coconut palms and waited for the sunset to get really going, and then I just flared and consumed about 3 of these things in about 5 minutes. And I was just waiting for this sense of relief and accomplishment and clarity to sweep over me, and this thing began to happen, and I pushed it away, and then it came back, and I pushed it away, and finally I realized I had to look at what this was, that it was just becoming overwhelming. And then I looked at it, and what it was the incontrovertible, instantaneous, deep, unarguable realization that this book I had written was dog shit. And I was just frozen just sitting in this chair, quaking with this realization. And up to a half an hour ago, I had this vision of myself returning triumphantly to Berkeley like Lenin entering Moscow with the tome raised high. Don't worry, brothers and sisters, it's all figured out. And I realized, that it was a catastrophe, an abortion, a monstrosity. So I just was, really set back. So then I just shrugged my shoulders and said, oh, okay, I will smoke day and night until I can try and save this thing, if it can be saved. And I did. I did smoke day and night, and I did struggle with this thing. And it was not possible to breathe life into that corpse. This book, I'll just tell you the title in order to convince you that this thing should have died a borning. It was called, I blush to tell you, it was called Crypto Rap, Meta-Electrical Speculations on Culture. Terrible, terrible. So I realized then, at that point, that I was a fool to try to navigate life without cannabis, and that it would just get me in terrific trouble, and that I lost my way and couldn't make judgments and had no discrimination and so forth and so on.